Is there never a man in all Scotland, from the highest estate to the lowest degree, that can show himself now before the King? Scotland so full of their treachery. Yes, there is a man in Westmoreland, and Johnnie Armstrong they do him call. He has no lands nor rents coming in, yet he keeps 80 men within his hall. He has horse and harness for them all, and goodly steeds that be milk white, with their goodly belts about their necks, with hats and feathers all alike. The King he wrote a loving letter, with his own hand so tenderly, and has sent it to Johnnie Armstrong, to come and speak with him speedily. When John he looked the letter upon, then he was as blithe as a bird in a tree. I was never before a king in my life, my grandfather, my father, nor none of us three. But seeing we must go before the King, Lord, we will go most valiantly. Ye shall every one have a velvet coat, laid down with golden laces 3. And ye shall every one have a scarlet cloak, laid down with silver laces 5, with your golden belts about your necks, with hats and brave feathers all alike. But when Johnnie went from Gilnockie, the wind it blew hard and full sore it did rain. Now fare thee well, brave Gilnockie, I fear I shall never see thee again. Now John he is to Edinburgh gone, and his 80 men so gallantly, every one of them on a milk-white steed, with their bucklers and swords hanging down to the knee. But when John came the King before, with his 80 men so gallant to see, the King he moved his bonnet to him. He thought he was a king as well as he. Oh, pardon, pardon, my sovereign liege, pardon my 80 men and me, for my name it is Johnnie Armstrong, and a subject of yours, my liege, said he. Away with thee, thou false traitor, no pardon will I grant to thee, but tomorrow morning by 8 of the clock, I will hang thy 80 men and thee. Then Johnnie looked over his left shoulder, and to his merry men thus said he, I have asked grace of a graceless face, no pardon here is for you nor me. Then John pulled out his nut-brown sword, and it was made of metal so free, had not the King moved his foot as he did, John had taken his head from his body. Come follow me, my merry men all, we will scorn 1 foot for to fly, it shall never be said we were hung like dogs, we will fight it out most manfully. Then they fought on like champions bold, for their hearts were sturdy, stout and free, till they had killed all the King's good guard, there was none left alive but only 3. But then rose up all Edinburgh, they rose up by 1,003, then a cowardly Scot came John behind, and ran him through the fair body. Said John, fight on, my merry men all, I'm a little hurt, but I am not slain, I'll lay me down to bleed for a while, then I'll rise and fight with you again. Then they fought on like madmen all, till many a man lay dead on the plain, for they were resolved before they would yield, that every man would there be slain. So there they fought courageously, till most of them lay dead there and slain. But little Musgrave, that was his foot page, with his bonny gristle got away unta'en. But when he came to Gilnockie Hall, the lady spied him presently. What news, thou little foot page? What news from thy master and his company? My news is bad, lady, he said, which I do bring, as you may see. My master John Armstrong, he is slain, and all his gallant company. Yet thou'rt welcome home, my bonny grisel, full oft hast thou fed at the corn and hay. Now thou shalt be fed with bread and wine, and thy side shall be spurred no more, I say. And then bespake his little son, as he was set on his nurse's knee, if ever I live to be a man, my father's blood revenged shall be.